Jet makes some of the best budget-friendly guitars. And now they have new models. The JS-380 and the 480. And while they look stunning, both on paper and in the flesh, one of these had a serious issue.
Hello and welcome to another video with me, Elmo J. Karjalainen, and it's good to have you along today. I'm checking out Jet Guitars' new models, the JS-380, which I have here, and the 480, which is over there. Full disclosure, these guitars were sent to me, but not by Jet, by a music store in Finland called Tampereen Musiikki. They contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in doing a video. So they sent me these guitars free of charge, but Jet had nothing to do with that as far as I'm aware. So these are new models. They're pricier than the old models. You get gold hardware. It's not real gold. Locking tuners, nice. Alnico 5 pickups, double action truss rod, bone nut, roasted maple neck, roasted poplar body on both of these. This looks like the standard Stratty type thing. I'll do clean sounds on the Roland Microcube. I'll do clean sounds on the Roland Cube, and then the dirtier stuff on the Marshall, and then we'll do the whammy bar test of doom. Shame this isn't wired there. I prefer it to be, but that's no biggie. This is the 480, same type of specs, locking tuner, roasted maple neck, roasted poplar. I'll put the actual specs here. Okay, so first impressions are pretty nice. Now, one of these guitars had a major issue. Both of these guitars have a smaller issue. And that smaller issue is this. The string, when you bend on the second fret, slips from the nut slot. Not an issue when you bend higher up. My luthier friend had a real close look at one of these. Sasha is his name. Sasha said that the nut is cut very well, so the problem is not the nut. You just need a string tree. So, some dirtier tones. More gain. I've already dropped treble quite a bit. Before I go on, I would like to thank Tampereen Musiikki for sending me these guitars. I normally buy the gear that I review, but I made an exception this time. Partly because I've really liked the Jet guitars that I've tried previously. So I was fairly confident that these would be good. Conclusion coming later. If you want to see less sponsored videos or no sponsored videos, supporting the channel would help. There's Patreon. You can find that in the description. You get access to my music lessons and a bunch of exclusives like ad-free versions of these videos in advance, and you can even try a free trial. The 480. So, the whammy bar test. This one not 100%. On this one it's the low E string gets stuck here. That would be fixed with a bit of lubing of the nuts. So it's time for a verdict and also time for an issue with one of these guitars. I have this one here because this one had a real issue when I got it. It still has it a bit, but it's been really picked to pieces, the trem system, and put back together. It had a couple of issues. Firstly, the springs were complete, utter rubbish, so they had to be swapped for proper springs. There's still a bit of a problem here. it doesn't return to the same pitch depending upon where do you push it down or pull it up. Now, when I got it, the issue was absolutely horrendous. So bad that this guitar, you couldn't play it. The springs were one issue. Another issue is the fact that this jet trem, because it's resting on two poles with a knife's edge against the poles, the issue is that the knife's edge isn't sharp. It's a bit like shown in this picture. This is what Sasha drew to explain to me. That means that it won't come back to the same pitch when you pull up as when you push down. Now it's manageable. It's actually it's very playable. It's very small, and you can just, if you pull up, you just push down a bit and it's fine. But out of the box, it was the worst I've ever had, and I've had a couple. Well, maybe I've had something worse actually, but yeah. And if you're beginner or intermediate guitar player who doesn't do all kinds of setup stuff, that could be a real issue. And it's sad because it ruins what is an absolutely brilliant guitar. Just over 400 euros. Someone might say it's not budget friendly. Hey, prices have gone up in the last 3 years, but guitar prices haven't really gone up. So yeah, I don't know. Some foodstuffs, the price is doubled, but guitars pretty much the same. Both of these are absolutely brilliant. The 380, no issues whatsoever. This one, the trem, not so good. Specs are nice, feels nice, great to play. They stay in tune remarkably well, especially this one now that it's been set up real properly. I intentionally didn't lube the nuts on the other one. That would help it if you did. Fretwork is immaculate, nothing sticking up or out. Absolutely great stuff. But, and there is a but, not just when it comes to the trem. What about the 300 and the 400? Because they're way cheaper. They're like half the price of these. There's something for another video actually. Just straight out of the gate, I'm not totally convinced that I would spend double the money on this when I could have the 400 for half the money. Or yeah. Luckily I still have my 400, so I will be making a comparison video. There is of course other competition as well, like Squier guitars. If you want to watch a video where I compare all the Squier Strats, that's here. Other than that, I do hope you consider supporting the channel. There are links in the description to that. Above all, I hope you have a nice day. Take care. See you. Goodbye.